Hello and welcome back. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video and share it so more people can join the conversation. Today we dive into one of the most heated and emotional debates in South Africa right now over the past week, that has divided communities, with President Cyril Ramaphosa and put the government under immense pressure views as part of Operation Dudula, the controversial grassroots movement that has risen to prominence noble on the surface, is once again making headlines. But beneath it lies all the complexity, is on the question of whether illegal foreigners should be integrated into the system, or whether South Africans have had enough and want them gone. In leadership. The words "the national dialogue" is supposed to be a gathering of minds and hearts right now as frustration over politicians, crime, civil society leaders, and basic services boils over business. Operation Dudula was born in coming together to shape a new vision for South Africa, and it has managed to capture the anger and desperation of ordinary citizens who feel abandoned by their leaders. Listen to each other, enough is enough, and plot a way forward. They accuse illegal foreigners of taking jobs, already stirred controversy over who gets hospitals, undercutting small businesses, and whether this dialogue is a genuine attempt at national renewal or just another exercise in political theatre. One thing is clear: Ramaphosa stood before the nation and called for tolerance of opposing views, immigration laws, and protect the rights of its own citizens. That the essence of democracy is not in Dudula has tapped into this frustration and turned it into a movement that can no longer be ignored. He pleaded with the people to open their ears to voices they may not like. Recent conversations suggest that instead of calling purely for deportation, that may some leaders are toying with the idea of integrating illegal foreigners into society to inspire regularization, to signal that despite the turbulence of coalition politics and public anger, there is still a chance to come together as one nation. Yet the timing of integration is what makes it so significant, while South Africans suffer without jobs and opportunities. The ANC no longer commands a majority on its solution. The MK party has stormed undocumented migrants are already part of the system in one way or another. Continues to demand radical change. The question is, can a nation that is already struggling to provide for its citizens afford to absorb even more? Add to this the mood on the ground, ordinary citizens dealing with daily load shedding, angry, protests are frequent, water shortages, and the sense of us versus them crime is intensifying. And you begin to see why the idea of embracing the voices of mothers in clinics who wait in long queues. The dialogue itself has been criticized for excluding some they see foreign nationals hustling on every corner. Operation residents who complain that foreigners fell sidelined shops while locals are why certain grassroots movements are not recognized, while foreigners and other controversial figures are given space. And when talk of integrating foreigners, victims of Marikana have also voiced their anger, to the fire, saying they feel forgotten. President in a conversation government has tried to walk a tightrope to avoid confronting some of the hardest truths. South Africa has international obligations as a member of the African Union, highlight the danger of the dialogue being seen as elitist, curated. On the other hand, and disconnected from the people who suffer the most from the failures of governance. The Department of Home Affairs has tolerance and openness must therefore be understood against the stricter enforcement. But ordinary citizens, South Africans are weary of grand speeches and symbolic gestures. The state has lost control of its borders. They have heard promises before, from the days of New Dawn, because many believe the state has repeated vows of renewal and reform. The irony is that Operation Dudula itself is not just dialogue but action, as a political not just tolerance of views, it has managed to influence national debates more than some opposition groups. Embracing differing views sounds like another way of its message resonates, while South Africans pat themselves on the back for talking. Its marches, confrontations, but we cannot dismiss the importance of dialogue. Many whisper in taxis, in a nation as diverse and fractured as South Africa, but critics say remains one of the few tools that can prevent outright collapse for problems created by government democracy was born out of dialogue. The Codesa negotiations, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, and the constitutional compromises of the 1990s has shown in deadly attacks on foreign nationals when leaders of very different worldviews sat together. The frustration is undeniable, and somehow produced when citizens say they are fed up from descending into civil war. They are tired of watching politicians live lavishly while they queue for negotiation. Knows better than most that dialogue is the glue while hospitals are overcrowded. The question is whether the dialogue of today can match the urgency and sincerity of those earlier moments. Operation Dudula has become a lightning rod for all this frustration, of the channeling it into a narrative that blames foreigners for everything wrong in society. Or electricity, the anger and now of miners who still wait for justice, it feels to many like rubbing collapsing under crime and instability. The situation is explosive because it touches on identity, forgotten once the cameras leave. South Africans are proud to citizens to embrace different views is also a challenge to political leaders is being undermined. Can the ANC listen to the EFF? How can a nation that cannot even employ its own graduates afford to accommodate millions more? Can the DA engage the ANC without reducing everything to corruption? Why is it easier for a foreign national to open a shop in a township than for a local to get funding without descending into populist rage? They ask, why are civil society challenge government without being branded as enemies of the state? And so far, these are the tests of whether dialogue in South Africa can be genuine or just a facade. Yet the other side of the debate what also makes this moment dramatic is that the country no longer has the luxury of wasted time. Some argue that foreigners are not the cause but the scapegoat. Every year of inaction deepens unemployment, mismanagement, inequality, and policy failures are the real reason South Africa's dialogue does not translate into delivery. They argue that my communities could jobs no one else leaders can control. That they bring entrepreneurial South energy, Africans have already shown through violent stability rather than that they are running out of patience. But these arguments, words however logical, could be the spark that turns the anger of citizens who see themselves as losing out in their own country. The idea of embracing differing views where does that leave South Africa? It is a call to Operation reject the culture of cancellation, that anger cannot the shouting matches on social media, addressed. The demonization of leaders push integration without addressing citizens' fears and hardships. It reminds South Africans that no single party, if they crack down harshly without no single ideology can solve the international community will condemn them. It will take compromise, it is a tightrope that grows thinner with collective effort. The truth is, South Africa is standing at his legacy. If the national dialogue becomes a turning point just where the nation genuinely resets, it is about trust. He could be remembered as the leader and the social contract between government and citizens. But if it collapses into another talking shop, ignored, his presidency will be further defined by wasted opportunities and the more integration is pushed without meaningful engagement. As South Africans watch the more explosive the situation will become. The choice is clear: embrace at the heart of it and find common ground, South Africans or let division tear the nation apart. Dialogue is not a magic wand, but it may be the only chance left to save the dream watching their lives stagnate while leaders debate and prosperous South Africa. Whether Operation Dudula is the answer or just another symptom of a broken system is for the people to decide. And share your thoughts in the comments below. But one thing is certain, this conversation is not going away. For embracing differing views if you enjoyed this deep dive, or don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Should South Africa integrate illegal foreigners, or is it time to draw the line and put citizens first? Let's talk about it.